In this tutorial, we are going to be seeing different plots. So I will explain you different plots. How does that going to be very helpful? So to mount any kind of the data, we have an option called get data here. If you just to click on this, we have tons of resources to connect to the data, such as Excel workbook, Power BI data sets, Power BI data flows, Dataverse, SQL Server, analytics services, text.csv files. If you click on more, you will get 100 plus. Okay, so you will get the 100 plus data sources. You are going to get and access to your Power BI desktop to analyze your things much better in the analytics way. So what will happen at the end, you have to be access to the some of the databases. Okay, so that is a major point here. You have to access to some of the database here. Whether it is coming from the your Azure, or maybe the CSV files or Excel files, that does not matter. So at the end, you have to require to access to the database, and it will be fetching all the results from the raw data sets to giving insights. So you have to make some sense about your data sets to understand the sense insights corresponding to the analytics way. So this is essentially does whenever you require to do any kind of the databases. So all the different databases are going to be connected in this Power BI. Even the files, they have different formats of the files, right? So you can directly connect, such as the different CSV files, XML file, Parquet files, SharePoint folder, some different environment you're going to be connected. Similarly, the online resources you can also connect with corresponding to some of the different web pages. So it's very basical to understand with corresponding to that. It's basically corresponding to understand with respect to the different online sources and other sources. Which basically connecting your database and try to access to do any kind of the visualization part. So I have a already connected my orders kind of the database, which is I just imported this database, and which is having some different columns here. If you see this different columns, such as category, city, country, region, and also the customer ID, customer name, discount, order ID, product ID, profit, quantity, region, ship date. So these are all different columns. We're going to be do some of the visualization part at the end. So I will do some column chart here. So column chart basically tells about whoever having the different count or sales. Okay. So which basically tells about the bar chart. So you want to be get these plots. How do you arrive this? So if I'm going to be show one plot so that you will be able to understand. So this is some stacked bar. This is some column chart. So I will draw this column chart here. Just drag and drop. So which plot you want, just drag and drop, or you can just double click on that. That's going to be work out. So yeah, if you just extension and minimize things, maximize things, that's even going to be works out in the Power BI. So you want to retrieve because of the what exact x-axis and what exactly the y-axis. So for that matter, you can take the consideration. I would take maybe the sales in the sales in the y-axis. So I need to understand from the whoever having the country region, or whoever having some category of the country region in the x-axis. So that, yeah, United States are having this much of the sales, right? United States having this much of the sales. Even though you can maybe access to the city for the x-axis, that even going to be make sense to understand how does that going to be helpful. Yeah, so that you can drag and drop. You can see the drag and drop, which will be very helpful. That each and every city having the unique number of the recordings, and also the showcasing the things, right? At the time it's going to be very helpful to visualize the things much better while doing this. So you can interpret this much better. So I will show you how does that going to be very helpful by using this graph. So by using this graph, we need to understand firstly whoever having so many different sales with corresponding to the subcategories. So the subcategories consisting of different fields. If you just see, I will just take in this statement, and I will convey that much of better details. How does you have to be analytics way to think. So if I draw a PDF for this, we already seen the PDF in the statistics part. Hope you understood at the time we are going to be seeing the PDFs and also the CDFs. So if I draw a PDF corresponding to this plot, this will be probability of the all the values remaining the same, right? So it somehow skewed matrices which corresponding to this, some of the skewed matrices in these areas. So what will happen eventually? Your sales are, you can see here the phone, the subcategories are only few of them having large number of the sales. Only few of them having the large number of the sales. And and I mean, one, two, three, six subcategories are not that much of familiarity with corresponding to the sales we are going to be come across. So in this case, what will happen if you eventually look onto this? You eventually look onto this, the sales, the more preferable sales for the phones, more favorable sales for the phones and chairs. So would like to write some of the observation by using this graph. Would like to write some of the observations by using this, so that the end user will appreciate you to understand this one much better. Much better way to understand. You have more number of the sales by using the phones and also the chairs. So in this situation,